Shalom, welcome back. I'm gonna start putting you as a. I'm gonna start making you the solo layout, so that way you can hit the marker, and then we can go back to the live cut. Boom.
Oh yeah.
It is what it is. Hey, war as usual.
Yes,
Episode
sir.
9. We got Poshab, Lafayette, and Itazab. We did not plan that. That's just our name.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, right. That was shop, Lafayette, and Itazab. So, you know what I'm saying? Another episode, we live across the line radio, as well as War as Usual on Facebook and YouTube. So, if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/war as usual. Y'all want to discuss the topics?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess obviously we're gonna get into the Sean Combs situation. Seemed like that situation kind of popped up and then went away, but we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about what your children doing in school. The songs they singing and the songs they singing and liking in school. Which happens to be the post of the week, but we'll get to that.
I knew it was gonna be post of the week.
You know it.
Let's get it.
So, and also too the Will Smith and Duane Martin thing. Oh man, pause.
Yeah, do you even want to talk about
it? Pause.
We gotta talk about it, man. We at war. It's war as usual.
War usual.
War as usual.
That is wild, though.
It's a tough job. It's a tough job.
That was unusual war.
An unseemly war.
Yeah.
Unseemly. Usually people be excited about saying you heard it here first, but I'm glad you ain't hear that shit here first. You ain't hear about it here. It's just your secondary news when it comes to the pause topics.
Yeah.
Oh, if we could too. Speaking of pause, man, we got to bring up Bass and Cam. Wow. Oh man. Wow.
Yeah,
we got the video. Can we play the video on that?
Which one? The one where they getting the massage?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to see a nigga getting a massage, but I mean,
yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna do it.
I mean, like, is there like a story, a news article, something, blog? I don't know.
I mean, if I may.
Blake Man.
There you go. The shadow
y'all finally let a nigga rock out with the big dogs. I'm stomping with the big dogs.
No, that's your stage name, the Shadow.
Yeah, man. Smoke.
Yeah, man, it's good to have you on here, man. For real.
I appreciate y'all for having me. Thanks for having me, guys.
Listen, 10 more subscribers, man. We'll be able to unlock them, y'all. So make sure y'all subscribe.
Yeah.
Gotta be guru.
Yeah. I was want to give y'all a giveaway, man. He want to give y'all a giveaway. Y'all got to give us some subscribers.
Subscribe, I'm telling y'all.
Hey, what that priest and prophet said? Call my camp leader and request me. That's all you got to do.
What the brothers bringing out is so heavy.
What the brother is bringing out is heavy. I might play a snippet of that today, man. I might play a snippet of that.
Let me see some. Valiant Thor says, "Dang, feeling depressed." Oh man, that's sad, man. Sad. You're supposed to be valiant. Why are you depressed?
Yeah, man.
It's a sad thing when a valiant. sad
Go
thing
ahead.
when Valiant Thor is feeling depressed, man. You know, supposed to be valiant. Go ahead.
Hey,
What you
man.
gonna say?
Depression is a spirit, man. That's it. It's your body working against what your spirit wants you to do. That's what's happening, man. It's a war. Depression is a war. You know what I mean? And this is war as usual. So
Yeah.
You got a war against getting that turkey. They want you. Everybody want that turkey. Spirit say no.
Valiant Thor, man. We need to know more. My bad. I thought you was done.
No, I'm gonna tell them go get a 2-piece from Popeye.
You know, Popeye sell turkey too now. They sell whole
a biscuit.
And a biscuit. Make sure you get some.
Whole turkey?
Hell yeah.
They selling whole turkey. No, they not selling no whole turkey.
That's I'm trying to tell you, bro. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
They out of their mind doing that, bro. Out of their mind. I ain't surprised though.
Niggas selling fried turkey.
But yeah, Valiant Thor. Go ahead. Yep, I'm about to say it. Go ahead.
Yeah, we need like let us know what you're depressed about, man. Maybe we can discuss it at the war as usual.
Yeah, we'll go to war.
Are you depressed about the war that's going on? Are you depressed about P. Diddy beating up and torturing his lover Cassie? What you depressed about, man?
Yeah.
Sexually can I say are you depressed about his predatory behavior? Are you depressed about Will Smith picking Duane Martin over Jada Pinkett? What's up? Talk to us. Tony Estrada says shalom, Israel.
Hey, shalom.
Rock with Nah says shalom. How was Shamar? I thought about Shamar Shad. Toronto, Canada.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Whoa.
What you say?
Oh.
Hold on.
What up, man? Pause.
Hey, yo.
Pause.
Hold on. Salaki.
Hey, yo.
What's going on?
Y'all asked.
I did it. We did ask. You ain't lying. We asked.
This is war as usual.
What's going on?
Be careful what you asked for.
Oh,
Valiant Thor said, my man Will Smith got his
Oh,
man.
Nice. I think everybody read it on their own inside their head. Just
don't do it.
Yeah, this nigga read it out loud.
Pause.
You can if you want to.
We gonna move on.
Okay, I was gonna say that's a clip. I was about to clip that.
Yo.
That's all right. He redeemed himself with the next message.
Most I cry.
Most I cry.
Hey, shout out,
that's teamwork.
That came right on time. You know?
Have a drink to that.
All right.
Call my
this Will Smith. Shalom, your house, Shalom. I thought about Shemar Shah. Check your hand. Corn priest outside to Zah.
Hey,
right.
Get up. Damn right.
Give her a hand. Give her a hand. Hey, listen, give her a hand. You did it. You've done it. Excellent job. Yeah. Mashar Ayash says Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Brekatah.
Hey, Shalom Yahweh.
Mighty man right there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Mighty man right there.
I don't think they know the half of it, cannot.
I don't think they know a quarter of it. That brother there. They didn't let that brother out.
Yeah. Let him out the cage.
I'm talking about goddamn Donald Trump.
Lean on the brotherhood, seek counsel. Damn right. Yeah. I think he responded to the whole depression thing. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Listen, man, don't let depression destroy you, especially not in this in the truth, man. Not in this school. You understand? There's a place for your depression to be wiped out and abolished. You understand? So there's no excuse for you to let depression take you to a level where you ain't ready to go. You know what I'm saying? And that you don't need to go.
Salaki, especially about what you're depressed about. Good night.
For real.
It's a real problem out here, man.
Not to mention what you depressed about.
Thought this nigga was gonna have his rent money or something. You know what I'm saying? Rent covered up. You know what I'm saying? This nigga so lucky.
Thor, come on, Thor. You're supposed to be better than that.
Man,
you don't name yourself Valiant Thor. Huh?
There's so much more going on in the world.
Who else we got in the Bears? We got Maria Stevenson. Shamar Tabashim, your house shot taking that from Kansas City. The home of the Kansas City.
Worldwide.
Hey, y'all.
Go ahead.
No, I'm gonna say y'all brothers got it going on up in war as usual now. I see what time it is. I got people all across the globe checking in.
Oh yeah.
Most on Christ, you know what I'm saying? Big up to Cross the Line Radio for allowing us to use their platform to build our platform. You know
that.
So yeah, damn right. You understand? Of course, their platform is, you know, so successful and extremely successful. You know what I'm saying? And I'm able to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? And the water to all of y'all watching and everyone that's leaving their comments, checking in, the water. You know what I'm saying? We also encourage you to go to War as Usual on YouTube and hit the subscribe button over there if you haven't already. Also, that bell, get notified. All right, who else we got? We got Just Arden Paint says Shalom, Most High in Christ. Shalom, sister. She been rocking since been rocking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's sister there. The wild sister. She be on all the joints.
For real.
Yeah. She don't believe it. Don't even believe it. Oh man, I called it, man. I didn't even think I was gonna be right. You mad because anyway, I'm not gonna bring up old stuff. Shalom, family. Bayana.
Yep.
And then we got young man Lou. Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shabrak, Cape Town, South Africa.
South Africa.
So let's get into it, yo.
That boy in South Africa for real?
We
South Africa. Yeah, fuck you talking about.
We done made it.
We everywhere.
That young man Lewis that be in the so like sir, I'm finna say that's young man Lewis that be he in South Africa.
Yeah, man, where you been?
We global,
it's 5 o'clock. It's about 5 o'clock where he at right now.
Damn.
Yeah, it's about 5 o'clock, and he rocking with us. You know what I'm saying?
South Africa.
He go South Africa. With some, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, when I say this, it's a certain purple organization that's going around Africa looking for Israelites. Well, we found them. We found the Israelites you've been looking for, or at least you've been.
Yeah, they actually found us.
This is one of
facts.
I thought he was down there in Vero Beach somewhere.
Nah, yeah, it's a story. You know, we'll talk about it.
Nah, no sweat, sir.
We're not going to discuss this brother's information all on war.
Oh no, yeah, no sweat. Yeah, nah. Definitely not doing that. I just thought he was from down south somewhere.
All right, y'all ready? Said no ham sandwiches in here. Damn right. Yeah, they been purple cats. They looking for ham. They want some ham.
They want some ham.
Together. Yeah, they about to get together this what is it, the 25th, 26th, something like that. They about to get together this 26th. And
it changed.
I don't know what it's supposed to be every third Thursday or something like that. So
I remember as a kid it was always the 25th. Now I don't know because they be changing the time. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I think it is the 25th because it's Thursday.
That's the 23rd,
it's
isn't
it? 23rd.
Yeah, I think it always falls on the last Thursday of November, something like that.
Not the last Thursday, but the third Thursday.
The third Thursday.
Oh shoot!
Yeah.
Well, hold up, because it was 4 Thursdays. It's 5 Thursdays this month. 1, 2, 3,
something weird with that. I only know because the Lions play on Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, who they playing against?
Green Bay.
Oh, okay.
I like to say that those Lions are 8-2 right now. We haven't been 8-2 since 1960.
That's a good record. That's a good record. 8-2.
Yeah, 8-2. This ain't the same old Lions. You know, and me being a Detroit native.
I remember I did a report on the Detroit Lions one day in middle school.
Oh man.
Yo, shout out to Michael Love because we do got to do a review of Andre 3000 album. We talked about it last week.
I heard of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard.
Now that we heard it,
top to bottom.
I didn't listen to I did listen to top to bottom, but it's one of those songs, one of those albums you just let play and you don't think about it. You don't listen and critique, you just let it play. So I don't even know. I heard music. That's what I heard music. What is there to critique?
You know, and you know what? I was gonna make the post of the week something that someone said about the album, but I didn't know if we was really gonna touch on it. But since you know, we gonna talk about it. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about
it. But yeah, definitely a good album. You know what I'm saying? Definitely different. But anyway, I would like to say this, and we can go into our topic. Like me personally, we got one more comment. Let me read this real quick. It's also Ricabia, Priest also 5,000. Dorsey Levens still the best running back in my book. All right, we're not here to talk about sports yet.
All time.
Hey, anytime somebody mentions sports, it turns into a whole conversation.
All time. Dorsey Levens all time. Now he was good. Don't get me wrong, but all time.
All time. He said all
Come
time.
on, sir. Come on, sir.
Still best.
Be honest with you.
Dion from the
Lions. Oh.
No. You thinking Barry Sanders.
Oh, my bad. Barry, my bad. I said Dion.
Barry is the best all time from the Detroit Lions.
Anyway, all right, so listen. Desmond wide receiver. But anyway, so listen, I love women, right? I love women a lot. Just love them. Love them. You know what I'm saying? I could never do what Will Smith did, but I don't love him enough to do what P. Diddy did.
How could you do something like that to a beautiful sister like that?
Mm-hmm. Tell him now. Tell him, Shadow.
I don't know.
You do this to any human being, let alone, a sister.
If I may too, if I could interject a bit. Last week we was talking about the Keke Palmer and her baby daddy situation, right? And we were speaking about how in majority or some cases it could be to where the woman is embellishing on the situation or inflating the situation. But when it comes to Diddy and Cassie, this nigga did it. This nigga is guilty. You know what I mean?
Diddy did it.
Diddy.
That's
you know what I mean? That nigga has guilty all over his countenance. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot.
Hey, you know what though? I gotta say, this is war as usual. I gotta say that this brings up a B topic to this, but I have a question when it comes to this. I don't know if anybody want to break down what she said. I think it was just grape and abuse. I think that's what it was. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
If I may.
Go
ahead.
No, go ahead, Officer Thawshop. I can
go ahead. No, you gotta come out.
Nah, I was listening on TikTok, and the dude was reading what he did. He said that he paid sex workers. He would make her dress up in lingerie and have sex with the sex worker, and he will be orchestrating how the sexual intercourses go. Like he'll be telling her to do whatever, and he will be recording. And so I guess like for her, even if she ever was trying to get out of line, I guess he was using that as like a hang cliff, like you know what I'm saying? Oh, if you know what I'm saying? Blackmailing, like, trying to blackmail the sister into doing whatever he wants for so many years, to the fact that I guess she just, at one point, just when she seen the exit, she got up out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have the article? We have the literature on it.
Nah, sir, Salaki. It was on, it was on a reel on either it was Instagram or TikTok. But a brother was reading, I guess reading from whatever source he got it from, that part of what she implied on what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If it's true or not, I'm not sure. But the brother it sounded like something he was doing, because I heard that a long time ago though. I heard that a while ago, that's what he will make her have sexual intercourse with his partner. That I heard a while ago.
Yeah. For the R word, we could say forced relations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Nah, my bad, Lapayard. Nah, go ahead, Lapayard. I'll go after you.
No, go ahead, because I'm somewhere else with it.
Nah, facts. Nah, that's perfect. Stay right there too, because this is the war as usual. You know what I mean? This is not everybody got their own perspective, so we need that. You know what I mean? But I was just gonna say too, like within 24 hours, they both settled this out of court, right? He made a whole settlement where he paid her, I think, at least 9 digits or something like that. You know what I mean? And settled it out of court to right to the tune of the millions, which adds light to whether or not he did it or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for him to come to a settlement that quick is pretty suspect. Also, the document that was submitted to the court was, if I'm not mistaken, 35-page documents. You know what I'm saying? And her charges against Diddy. So it was speaking about much more. And one of the points that Kanak mentioned, of how he got sex workers and all of that stuff, but it was speaking much more than just grape. Not saying grape is the bare minimum, because that's something that's huge too. But he was doing all type of weird stuff. He tried to blow up Kid Cudi car. This nigga was beating her up. He was doing all type of weirdness. I don't know. That's it. But you got a lot of that.
Yeah, I just want to be careful about what I'm about to say, because
say it, man. Say it.
I want to be careful about what I want to say, because I don't want anybody to get offended by this. But this is the war as usual, so I'm gonna just say it, right?
Nah. In war, everything is a chess move.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Think of it that way.
This is spades. I like to think of war as spades, right? You throw down, I throw down. Whoever got the best, they take all, right?
There you
go. Pause. Go ahead.
This the part that kind of makes me look at it differently. Now, again, if anybody is actually suffering in abusive relationships, you need to get help, obviously. Whether it's rape, whether it's any assault or anything like that. But I have to say, right, this does raise some flags to me, especially us coming off of the Keke Palmer situation, right? Where she's alleging the same thing is happening, right? She alleging that, it's abuse that's being involved. It seemed like that's just been the go-to. Like, they never talk about, like, especially when it gets to celebrities, it never gets to the fact, like, they don't do. It's always the most egregious thing, right?
Man, speak freely, Lapia. Go ahead.
Why don't they say like, okay, why ain't these niggas never stealing their money? Why ain't they never, you know what I'm saying? Something like that, something to do with their name. Why ain't it never some fraud, something? Why is it always like grape and abuse? And again, for people that's actually suffering in that, they actually need help. But for these situations, the only reason I'm throwing up a red flag is because if somebody did something so egregious to you, such as grape or abuse, what dollar amount could keep you silent and say, I'm not going to talk about it no more? That's the part that kind of raises a red flag to me, because I would like to think that if something was taken away from you and something egregious, something so egregious as grape happens to you, you mean to tell me there's a certain amount of money that can be given to you to not say nothing else about it? Like you can settle. Like somebody took somebody who takes something from somebody is in the world and they can pay you a dollar amount to quiet you. I don't know. Something seems a little, I don't know.
If I may, I don't know. If, I know y'all brothers want to add on too.
I want to jump in after you, Officer Shot.
Okay, I'm gonna try to make this brief because what he's saying is true though. Like, you know what I'm saying, for her to actually settle out with her charges against Diddy, it does raise a couple flags. But the thing I would want to mention is that it also exposed other things that Diddy might be guilty of. You get what I'm saying? Like this just not, it didn't just keep it isolated, right? It made it more more bigger than just this current situation, to where she got paid out for it, and she put the reputation in jeopardy as well of Diddy. You get what I'm saying? Now they're talking about how he put Wale over the balcony, and that has nothing to do with her. You know what I mean? Right. And they talking about how he did certain things to Kim Porter that has nothing to do with her. And also can't forget Tupac. You dig what I'm saying? Where the bodyguard was like, yeah, Diddy, you didn't pay me my money. Now this happening, now people's question like, well, did Diddy actually get Tupac killed? You get what I'm saying? So it's like breaking up a whole bunch of other allegations. You know what I'm saying? That goes towards his name as well. You know what I mean? But yeah, I dig what you're saying. I dig what you're saying.
Right.
No, the nigga did it.
Right. And before you jump in, sir, I also want to add this too. I just honestly believe that if it's something that happened like that, she should want him. See, I think somebody put it in the comments. I said, but the in these days, they know that if they can't fight you and get you with the money, because in this regard, because it's settled, there's no evidence that could be brought forward. There's no evidence. Mm-hmm. And we seeing a lot of men go down with hardly no evidence. Let's look at Tory Lanez. Ain't really no evidence. And when it is evidence, it looks skewed. You know what I mean? Like, look like somebody tampered with it. And it's like common knowledge, but nobody wants to say it. My point being, I just think that she understands, and a lot of women in these situations understand that a man's reputation is everything. Once that gets put on your name, I mean, think about it. This same thing just happened to Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate just went through the same thing, a billionaire, all the money in the world, can have any woman he want. And one single woman came out and said he took something from her. And this man was in jail for 5-6 months with no evidence. They searched this man computers, looked at his cameras, just exposed, turned his life upside down, and found no evidence. And my only thing is, I'm not excusing Diddy because I'm not a fan. I'm sorry. You know, back then you had to pick a side. It was East Coast versus West Coast, and I was on the West Coast side. Anybody wanted to know, I was on the West Coast side. So I'm not saying that because I'm putting that aside. I'm just simply saying it just seems like right now the money grab is real. Like, and again, if she actually suffered that, then sure. But I don't know. It seemed weird to me. Go ahead.
Can I ask this then? My bad. I don't mean to keep, I just want to ask this then, if I could. So does that speaks to people that's in a position of power? Like, let's say this was like a person that's not in the position of Diddy and don't have the connections that Diddy got and the resources that Diddy got, was charged with the same thing. Of course, he will not get the same, outcome as Diddy has gotten with the settlement and all of that stuff. He would have been persecuted and put under the jail. And like you mentioned, Andrew Tate, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, right? Well, will this be a case of where, because of the level of power that he holds, he's able to pay out this woman to settle it out? Or is he able to? Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you got it.
No, I was gonna say I think it's that, but I think I think he understands. Like if I'm looking from the other, I'm just looking from the other perspective because we just talked about a couple stories where, and we've seen, like we just had, and I'm only bringing these up just to remind people, we just had a young lady lie about being kidnapped for like 3 or 4 days or something like that.
Facts.
And it came out that she was just doing that because she was upset. So by no means, if people are being abused, obviously we don't agree with that. But also I have to say, without no evidence, even if he settled, I think he understands that if she's coming for the money, so he's going to give her what she wants, because even if she did agree to any of those things that she did, there's no way to prove it. The world is going to believe her regardless of what is said. Nobody is going to say, show me the evidence. You know what I'm saying? If as a man you come out and be like, this happened to me, they're gonna be, listen, when what's his name? Smollett? What was his name? The one that faked
Jesse.
Listen, when he can, I ain't calling him
name Juicy.
That
nigga named Juicy.
I ain't saying it. But when he came out and said they did that, them niggas made sure they got to the bottom of that. The dudes came out, they found that. I'm just simply saying, she coming out and saying it now and she getting the money. He kind of like, listen, if I let this drag on, this could be a situation. Here's the money. This is what you asking for. My reputation means something. I'm just throwing that out there.
But if I may too, like Jesse didn't settle out though. You think what I'm saying? Like Jesse, like let's say he were to settle.
Yeah, but the niggas that robbed you say you lying, you lying, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, no, that's not true.
Bread to, you know,
that's not true. Niggas rob each other every day and lie about it.
Yeah, but they'll be like, but they'll never say the nigga we robbed told us to do it. They'll never say that. They say they didn't do it, but they'll say, look, that nigga told us to meet here at 3:00 and rob you. You know what I mean? They didn't say that, but again, I'm just from the other side of it because
I'm just playing devil advocate. That's all.
Yeah. You know, I'm just. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I don't mean to keep rambling about it.
Nah, you got it.
I mean, right? Like I totally agree, and it is a little. I mean, it's not really weird because, like, our people, you know, money speaks. You just talked about this, obviously, Thought Shop just today. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad to get to talk about it because I wanted to make a point about the scripture you pulled in what was 2 Timothy 5.
6 and 10.
6 and 10, right?
Oh, 1 Timothy.
Like this is like one of the most misquoted scriptures in the entire Bible. And it says, for the love of money is the root of all evil. But people love to say money itself is the root of all evil. It's the love of it. So when you ask the question like, you know, how much money is enough to shut you up? Like that's what we struggle with. Because we can be bought. There is a price for our words. You know what I'm saying? You can put a price on it and say, listen, I'll never talk about this again. And we'll do it. We'll settle. So I can't equate that to him not doing it. You know what I'm saying? I can't really equate that to Diddy not doing this deed. Right. You know what I'm saying? I for sure know that our people love money.
Right.
And the
root it was like
money is the love of money, Salaki.
The love
of money. Salaki, sir. I think it was like $30 million.
No, I got the article. I'm gonna pull it up. But so yeah, you know, that's one thing. Two, you know, a lot of victims, period, are blamed for stuff when this stuff happens. A lot of victims are threatened when this stuff happens. So again, back to your point about, you know, victims of abuse should be advocated for. That's true. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we blame them because they're victims. A lot of times we'll say, oh, he didn't do nothing. You just fast. You know what I'm saying? That's what we've been taught since we was kids. So now we don't speak up. We don't speak up about these situations. Then when somebody finally does, you know, we blame them. So, but that's again not to say that he did it, but it's also not to say that he didn't do it. It's just that we have to get to the bottom of what's the truth. Go ahead.
Right.
And I'm just saying that, like, his credibility been on the line. Like, niggas been saying that part of that community, been saying that for
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
So it ain't like whatever they bringing out is something new or it's shocking. You know what I think too? Just a sidebar. If he was to come out and say he's a part of that community, I don't think nobody would be surprised. Because
They
people
were
been saying it. Like they been saying it. Like they just want to hear you confess and say, okay, yeah, it's true. You know what I'm
Listen,
saying? Because
they'll
if
accept them more.
I was
yeah,
gonna say that. I was gonna say
Yeah.
that.
right. Yeah.
what
So
happened?
that's what I'm saying because he hang out with all the top guys that are being caught up in scandals about child abuse,
Yes,
child sexual
yes.
abuse, same sex, you know what I'm saying,
Oh
same
my
sex
God.
dealing. Yeah. So like, even on drink champs, like he put people up against the wall. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know when he asked Fabulous, like, why you don't ever party with me? And nigga
Y'all
was like,
gotta play that clip. So like, what's
I
good?
do. I
Kid show.
party with you. Why
Yeah.
you ain't really party with me? Like, nigga, you know what I'm talking about. Don't act stupid.
Like really
You
party
know what I'm
with. Then
saying?
he said, could not. Then he said something about how him and Usher used to sleep together.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been rumored
Yeah.
that he had sex with Usher when he was a young boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like,
And,
it's
and the
stuff
thing about
that's
it, my bad. Go ahead. Sorry. I thought you
no,
were
it's
done.
like so. I was just gonna say the
It
things
was a
that are
long time
coming
ago.
out is not unheard of when it comes to him and his sexuality. Like that shit been going on since the '90s. Everybody that was going to speak about it are either dead or they can't speak about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The wife he had, she was about to write a book. You know what I'm saying? Heavy D was about to come out with a tell all. Like everybody that was about to come out with a tell all, something ended up happening to him. She was about to come out with a tell all book. He paid her some money to say shut up. Like, come on.
You
Listen,
know, that's
if I
crazy.
may up y'all, there was one more
Go
thing
ahead.
that I wanted to mention too. Um, like you also got to consider this too, right? Like, look at how many celebrities have been caught doing these things. This, what I noticed is that this is like a culture in black. I mean, yeah, but this is like something that spread into the black celebrity community. You know what I'm saying? It was, of course, we know press has been on this type of nasty, freaky stuff, but it spread into our world because, of course, we want to be like them. We envy them. We want to be at their parties. We want to be on their boats. We want to go to their mansion parties and all that stuff. And now that has spread into our communities, and it's just part of celebrity culture. So it's really kind of like you gotta take both sides with a grain of salt. You gotta consider what the victim is saying, or the alleged victim is saying, and you have to consider what the alleged um, um, uh, uh, predator or whatever is saying. You got to, because it's there's a reputation amongst celebrities that have gone through this. It's a reputation, but it's also a reputation with women. It's like it's really unfair, the type of trauma that we're going through right now with this whole this Me Too stuff, and grape allegations here and there, and pedophilia. All of that stuff is playing a part in our communities right now. And it's I don't know if unfair is a good word to use. It sounds a little immature, but that's just, it's really like the only word that I can associate it with. It's like, why does our community have to go through this? You know what I'm saying?
Is
But you definitely gotta see both sides. Go ahead, Slaki.
it goes to what you were saying earlier about the love of money. You know what I'm saying? Like you taking oppressed people who don't have any money, and you know what I'm saying, it's the point. This situation right here is just a microcosm of the bigger issue. And the point of it all is I want to be able to stand up for my sisters who do get raped. I want to be able to stand up with a surety and be like, this happened to this sister, and we can get whoever did this out of our community. I want to be able to do that. But because so many people use abuse and grape and these things for the love of money, it kind of convolutes our thought process on who to believe. So now we stuck in the middle. We don't know who to believe. And we got our whole community taking sides because of the trauma that we've been through. You got people on one side who have actually been victims of this, saying maybe it did happen, because who would say that from their perspective? Then you got people who have been accused of things, and knowing that the depths and the darkest part of a person who wants to hurt you will say any and everything to get your reputation, you know what I'm saying, like devoured. You got two perspectives, you know, coming at you like that. You know what I mean? So I want to be able to stand up for the people who are suffering, but I also think, in the kingdom, I know we ain't gonna have to deal with nothing like this. But I wish we had that thought process. We had the judgment of Solomon, man. Solomon was ready. We talked about this last time. Solomon was ready to split a baby in half to get to the truth. I'm just sick of people saying things and putting it on people, and we can never get to the truth. And then people look at these celebrities and bring that down to our level. We not celebrities, but it's niggas in the hood getting lied on too. You know what I'm saying? It's real women in the hood getting raped. And these people really need help. These people really need representation. But people with money playing with real curses, playing with real situations. You playing around with it, and now I got the people on the bottom like, we don't know what to believe. So real victims can't stand up. You know what I mean? For situations that may be like this.
Facts.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead, sir.
My bad. I don't know if he wanted to bring up a point, but I just want to say, like, that's true, because in no way we're not, you know, acknowledging the fact that there is false accusations out there when it comes to you know, domestic violence within relationships or whatnot, man. So the root, man, all of it stems from the culture that we are that we have within our relationship. The culture that we utilize within our relationship comes from our oppressor. You know what I'm saying? And once we start to do things within our own culture, man, we'll figure out the truth. You know what I mean? We'll get to the bottom of how to treat each other and love each other, man. Because like you said, man, this stuff happens in the top and in the bottom. So much of it as it goes on, man.
Right.
So much.
Yeah. Real quick, we got a guest in the audience. We're gonna bring him up, but first, Knock, if you could give me that scripture I asked for.
Which one? 1 Timothy?
1 Timothy 6.
Yeah, man. That it's a. I don't know. Like you said, it's the top and the bottom. It's that gulf that's fixed in between us.
Yeah.
But the situation's still happening. You know what I'm saying?
The reason I say that, and I don't want to cut into your time, but I just want to mention this real quick, because when also Kanak talked about if he were to come out in the LGBT community, nobody would be surprised. And that makes me think about the situation with Dwight Howard. Right? He's also undergoing trial of allegations of sexual assault as well too. You get what I'm saying? And all he had to do in order to people to forget about the fact of him sexually abusing somebody is say that he's part of the LGBTQ community. You get what I'm saying? And rather people, you know, condemning him for his actions, they're actually now praising him for coming out the closet, or at least the allegations are allowing him to come out the closet. So it comes back to the culture of things. You get what I'm saying? Like, as long as we do things within the ways of those that have no morality or lack morality, we'll always have the problems of niggas ain't shit, bitches ain't shit, you know what I mean? And we'll always have this ongoing feud of conflicts within our relationships. We have to do things.
He froze.
Illuminati.
The Illuminati strikes again, man. Every time. Every single time. Illuminati got him.
Yeah.
Oh, you back?
Why does happen all the time, bro?
As soon as you about to say something heavy. Yeah.
Yeah, you back.
Yeah, never mind, man. Listen, the white man is the Shaitan, El Shaitan Lahab. You know what I mean? There you go.
Yeah. There you go.
All that.
Yeah, give him a hand. Give him a hand.
Right.
Go ahead, Kanat.
1 Timothy 6:10. For the love of money is the root of all evil.
No, money itself is the root of evil.
No, it
Read it
says the
again.
love of money.
Yeah, the love of money. Thank you. You can stop misquoting this scripture now, because it doesn't say money is the root of evil. Otherwise, you couldn't eat. Otherwise, you couldn't put clothes on your back. Otherwise, you couldn't. Is it evil to wear clothes? Is it evil to start a business? You know what I'm saying? The love of money is the root of evil because it's what you'll do for that money. And what type of money will make you shut up about sex, about unlawful sex? Here, let's read it. It says a lawsuit accusing Sean Diddy Combs of rape and abuse was quickly settled out of court one day after it was filed last week, adding to a lengthy list of accusations and troubles for the longtime entertainment mogul. Combs, whose net worth is estimated at 1 billion. Listen, this is a billionaire. Sean Diddy Combs is a billionaire. You understand? Says he faced legal action or settlement payouts more than 4 dozen times over a career spanning 4 decades as a rapper, producer, and mogul, according to court documents reviewed by NBC News. Some of the allegations related to his music and business pursuits, and many were ultimately thrown out, while a half dozen of the actions named Combs 54 accuse him of either committing or having others commit violence. This is a cat who will pay you to do evil things. That's what it's saying right here. You understand? Having others commit violence. You know what I'm saying? And one of the biggest accusations that people are accusing him of still to this day is the unaliving of Tupac. You understand?
Yeah,
So
that nigga
this
did
is not a guy who you said Diddy did it, man. I'm telling you, that's the next T-shirt. Diddy did it.
it. Diddy
Oh,
did
yo. Yeah, wow.
it.
He said what?
I ain't wearing that one.
Yeah.
He said
Niggas is tripping.
I ain't wearing that one.
Diddy did it, man.
All right.
He did it.
Hold on.
That
He
nigga Diddy
did
bopped
it.
all over it.
Nah, man.
Pause, bro.
Listen. He said,
Did he though?
hey, y'all can hear me?
We
Yeah.
can hear you.
Like, why Diddy didn't fight that John though?
Why didn't he fight it?
Yeah, like why he ain't go all the way to trial with that bitch?
Because they know it's something that she was gonna come out with that was gonna be like, I told you. Everybody was gonna say, I told you.
Mm-hmm.
And that was worth however much money he paid her to say, all right, shut up. Okay, you got it. Don't say nothing else. Like, it's something that he don't want to come out that will damage his whole everything. And for somebody to be up under him that long, they know something. She knows something. Now, of course, like Officer Lapierre was saying, like, if he did grape her, he need to be prosecuted for it. Don't just take the money and now your story is swept up under the rug like everybody else.
Right.
Like, he need action. Like, you know what I'm saying? Paul's like, he need to be put in jail.
Yeah.
Now, if you cop out to the
happening.
money, yeah, right. No, I was just gonna say that if you cop out to the money, is that justice? Because what you gonna do when that trauma hits you at 12 a.m. at night and you thinking about all the things that you said that he did and it comes up in your mind that you haven't dealt with? What you gonna do then? When you had a chance to stop it, to end it all for somebody else that might be another victim, but you chose wealth over justice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing. That's the thing that that elevates the whole thing. I would say he didn't go to trial with it. Again, this is all speculation. I mean,
right.
The niggas could be dead wrong and could be guilty. I'm only coming from the perspective just because of everything that's happening in the news and how everybody look. Bill Cosby got people coming back from 1900s saying that he did something. You know what I mean? With no evidence either. You know what I mean? So, you know, once the money come in, it's like, what amount of money can stop that type of pain? Something like that. Somebody abusing you, like what type of money can just shut you up? Because if he's a predator like that, then he needs to be in jail. And then what kind of person are you not to put him in jail? Because that means you don't care about nobody. And I'm not talking about, you know, if she is a victim. Again, I have to keep reiterating that if she's a victim, yes. But again, the way the temperature is in the world right now, we can stop thinking like this is, you know, back when, you know, people had it together. We both messed up on both ends. You know what I mean? Like you do a crime with somebody, you held accountable. So, you know, I just want to make sure that, you know, we look at it from both ends, because people been out here saying a whole bunch of stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I didn't have some arguments with probably some of my exes. They could be like, he said this. And I'd be like, you know, I probably did say that, but I mean, it ain't, you know what I mean? Like they can use that now. You know what I'm saying? They can go to court and be like, he's verbally abusive, and be like, you called me a bitch first. You know what I mean? Like what? Yeah. That's how it's gonna sound in court. But you called me a bitch first. You know what I mean? So,
go ahead, sir.
I'm saying it's so the number apparently is 30 million that he settled for. I couldn't pull it up. So I couldn't pull it up on. I wanted to get the proof, but it's 30 million. So
it's a lot of money.
Without further ado, you know, I don't want to dwell on it too long because we do got a guest waiting to come up on stage. What I will do, we at about the hour mark. You know what I'm saying? So what's about to happen in about 10 minutes is gonna be a countdown. A countdown is to let you know that we're going to end the Cross the Line radio stream. So if you're watching on Cross the Line radio, that 30 seconds will be your window to come over to War as Usual. All right, because we're going to end the Cross the Line stream. So y'all can continue.
I don't know. I think the nigga guilty. I mean, I'm Salakia, and I ain't trying to pass like his name been in too much stuff. Like he just been sliding. Like he just been sliding. He just been getting away with too much stuff, and some of it the same thing. Like some of it has been like around in the same area. Either it's this or something dealing with that. And he just been escaping jail time for so long. Threw Shine up under the bus. He had to go do prison time. J-Lo stopped messing with him. Come on. Yeah, Mace. Cameron said Mace and that this nigga had a toy on his sink. Known facts.
When it comes to I think it is true. Like we do have to look at both sides. But I think when it comes to certain situations and the level of reputation that each side has, like it shit is just some things is like blatant. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know when it comes to Diddy. Like that nigga just his like who he is just like he's not, you know, all the way now. Of course, we can use or base it upon the allegations that the woman is throwing against him. You get what I'm saying? But if we look outside of this situation, like Diddy is a monster, bro. Like this nigga Diddy is wild. He been wild. This nigga Diddy been everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doing all types of shit. This nigga
right, that's what I'm saying. Like, how much more can you be like, well, I don't know. Like, come on, man. It's too much. Like, Diddy is the slime ball. I don't care what nobody else say. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Like, this nigga do some creep shit. You know what I'm saying? And he hiding in the shadows. He hide behind that money, like Officer Shakan said. Like he hide behind the money. Like when you got money, you can do that. Just like with Epstein. Like if it wasn't on an international level, if it was just that happened that like in just United States, but it happened in international waters, he probably wouldn't even went to jail.
Hey.
Shit, it felt y'all able to play that video with him and Drake Chance talking to
Oh,
Fat
you
Man.
want to see that joint? You want to see that joint? It ain't to my. I like to see you
Did we get flagged?
squirming and squirming and stuff. Like, come on, niggas
Diddy's wild,
make
bro.
niggas uncomfortable, man. When they get around Diddy, man, niggas don't want to. You see, he'll never try that shit with 50 Cent. 50 Cent been calling him out. Ben saying like, yo, this nigga, he's the part of the community.
He do try with 50 Cent, but 50 Cent called it out when he told 50 he wanted to take him shopping.
Right.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like he won't try that stuff like how he be trying with them other brothers.
Listen, all I'm saying is brothers be careful, sisters be careful. Because
hey,
you get into the wrong situation with somebody and they can say anything today. Today, with the boom of social media, people can say anything about you and people will pick sides. You know, and it ain't even got to be based on your reputation. So I would say on both ends, men and women need to be careful, man. It's important because your name, if you ain't got no money, even if you got money, one thing is for certain, your reputation can outweigh all of that. So,
right. So like you said, I'm just saying, like, just say this. What if she has been taking counseling? And what if her counselor told her, well, you need to speak about it? And this is why she just now coming out with it to close a chapter in her life that she's been dealing with. What if that's the case? What if that's the case? Like she been seeking help and the help told her, well, you got to end this chapter in your life. Say something about it.
I agree with you. I agree if that's the case. But what about the other case? What if the bitch lying?
Listen, ain't nobody lying on. Nobody lying on P. Diddy ass.
Lying. Who knows? We don't know.
I'm the prosecutor, y'all. Then we gonna take it to trial. Take it to trial. I have evidence. If we can play the Drake Chance interview, I like to bring that to the jury.
I can't bring it up, but if Lapa y'all can, you got it.
I like
ain't nobody lying on jury. Ain't nobody lying on P. Diddy. That nigga want if you innocent, you ain't paying out no damn $30 million just to tell the bitch to shut up.
I mean, but the ramifications that come with that though. Here's the thing. If he go to trial, okay, this is what we know, right? I'm gonna just say it like this. If he goes to trial, that's going to be a monthly process. We're going to be getting updates, right? He's settled out of this. Guess what? In 2 weeks, we're not even going to be talking about this. We're not even going to be talking about it. It's going to be over. I promise you. In 2 weeks, nobody is going to be like, hey, remember what happened with Diddy and Casey? He guilty. Ain't nobody going to talk about it because it's going to be something else. But if he go to trial, we're going to be talking about that shit for 6 months. He was like, fuck it, here go the money. And people going to forget about it. Trust me. I guarantee you in 2 weeks, we won't even bring this up. Guarantee.
I believe it. It happens that way. Now, I ain't saying you wrong. Now, it does happen. I'm going to bring it up.
Again, if the nigga guilty, put him under the jail. You know what I mean?
Hey, look, I'm going to tell y'all like this. I'm going to tell y'all straight like this. Look, if you tired of your artist getting accused of rape, come on over to war as usual.
Oh, yeah.
Dancing all in the video. Know what I'm saying? Trying to take you shopping. You know what I'm saying? Got women sex toys on your sink. Come on.
Right. Right, man. Come on over to war as usual.
That nigga guilty.
I love my dance. I know you ladies just hard for you. Now she gotta go to the top.
Hey,
Yeah.
What happened to the guest?
He right here. He on the stage. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I'm
state your name.
Now, I'm gonna introduce his brother because I asked him to come on. You know what I'm saying? Discuss some of his ventures that he has coming up. You know what I'm saying? This is a brother that I know personally. You understand? I went to high school with this brother.
Could the brother get on camera?
Yeah. If you could, Taz. Taz. If you turn your camera on, you know what I'm saying? We can see you. Everybody can get a good look at the man that they about to, witness come onto the stage.
Sir.
If you can.
There you go.
There you go. You know what I mean? Listen, this brother is an entrepreneur of entrepreneurs. You understand? Always been a go getter. You know what I'm saying? He's a rapper. He's an A&R. You understand? All the above. You know what I'm saying? This brother said he might go get started back rapping. Maybe he said maybe gospel rap or reality rap. You understand? This right here, this brother right here, man, he's a great brother. You know what I'm saying? He's putting me onto many ventures as well. So I want to introduce him. You know what I'm saying? The great Taz Ali. You know what I mean?
Hey, shout out Taz Ali.
Yeah, I
Going on.
appreciate that intro, my dog.
What
I
up,
really
bro?
do. I
For sure,
appreciate
for
you.
sure.
I appreciate you. That's real. How y'all doing, man?
Hey
Hey
man,
man, we Tawab,
or as
man.
usual.
Tawab means good in Hebrew.
War as usual, facts.
War as usual.
I know, man. Nah, I hear y'all probably taking about all the situations in the world and all that good stuff. So I was just listening in, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I come to support my dogs. You know, he supported me when I was like a little dog. I'm still a little dog trying to be a big dog, but you know what I'm saying? He told me he had a podcast, so I said I'll come on and support it, dog. Like no charge, no nothing, you know what I'm saying? Just to, you know, spread our vibes and, you know, expand this, you feel me? So I like what y'all got going on, feel me? So I'm just listening to it because y'all touching on like real subjects. But as far as
Mhm.
you know, opinions and all that stuff like that, you know, of course, I know people like a little bit more personally, so I kind of see what why people say certain things. But I'm kind of the person that kind of stay out of it and just focus on the business kind of side of things. So,
Mhm.
but what y'all saying, y'all kind of dead on, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, I say, yeah, I'm a,
For
you know,
sure, man.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So like you got any new ventures you taking on? You know what I'm saying?
Um,
Anything you wanna bring to the people?
Yeah, we got right now I started a nonprofit organization out here in the Midwest, and we pretty much taking like people who didn't have an opportunity to do the things that they want to do like in their life because they didn't have you know, somebody that believed in them. We now starting 2024, we're gonna like implement people with jobs and opportunities in the entertainment scale. If you want to be a boxer, we're gonna help you there. Pretty much not just artist development, but like entrepreneurial development.
Right. That's
So yeah,
big.
I'm rolling that out. Our website is already up right now. It's bf3opendoors.org. Check it out. Sign up for our newsletter, and yeah, we gonna go from there. But we literally giving people opportunities and you know, just building. It ain't easy, but
Mm.
you know,
Yeah,
That's
no,
what's
for
up.
sure.
That's what's
Yeah,
up, man.
that's definitely so that's commendable, man. I know you and your brother, man, y'all really been in that nonprofit business like that. Like y'all been on some nonprofit stuff lately. You know what I'm saying? Which
yeah,
is
yeah. For the past couple of years, shout out to
yeah,
Sway, shout out to
yeah,
Sway, shout out Pieces of Fashion, shout out Sniper
yeah.
Gang, shout out Zachariah McQueen Foundation, shout out Kodak, shout out Frankie, shout out
Sniper
Ado,
gang.
shout out shout out him nigga. Um, all the Z's pretty much. We've been like
Yeah.
giving back to the
Y'all
community.
even like
Yeah,
that.
that's what we've been doing. So we don't have no choice, you know. So somebody
Yeah,
got to do it.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Y'all pretty plugged in too, man. Like, and it takes it takes some real down to earth individuals that care about their people to get in those type of circles to kind of implement the change that is really necessary within those circles. Man. Like like you brought up Kodak Black. Like he needs somebody influential that could kind of keep him on the right path. You know what I'm saying? See what's
Yeah,
going on, brother, man. We see what's going on inside his mind. So what's happening inside his mind is actually being displayed in real life, in the 3D world. You know what I'm saying? So, we see it, and it takes somebody to be somebody in his ear to keep him kind of grounded. You know what I mean? I
see,
hope that
and
I hope that he gets that from y'all. You know?
nah, I mean, and the fact that you picked that up and that you realize that, I guess I'll say this on live wherever we at live with this. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's only so much people that's gonna be within your best interest of your betterment. You know, other people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the other side that wanna, latch on because you can bring the fame and you could bring this and you could bring that. So yeah, there is those kind of sit downs, but I'm gonna say like they don't always turn out well. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it do come out to be like you do realize that person might have heard you, but they're not ready to be like you was right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah,
So
I know it. I know it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So
It's biblical, really. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be heard by your friends. You know what I'm saying? Like your friends ain't gonna hear you when you try to tell them what's right. It hurts.
mm-hmm,
The truth hurts. It turn you into an
mm-hmm,
enemy.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, I mean,
But
you can
we
really
do
do
a
is like
good job in not going into the enemy status because Haitians, we gotta stick together no matter what.
y'all
Even
gotta
if we
stick
don't
together.
like something, we gotta stick together. So we always understand we can't turn into each other's enemies, but we also understand we stronger together. But we do have insides on we might not agree with what one have said, but at the end of the day, if I see you getting jumped, I'm gonna jump in for you. But we can talk about our beef later.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm
Say how you
saying?
saying you in?
Huh?
You say how you saying?
Yeah, I see it. We.
Oh man, stop saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
See that? That's where it is right there. Y'all sticking together. Y'all don't
right,
even know each other.
right,
Yeah,
right.
just like that. Just like that.
Yeah.
Just
Hey,
like that.
I wanted to bring it up because this is a testament to like-minded brothers finding each other because obviously I met Taz at
Oh,
work
my brother
and
on
we've been
here.
going.
What up, big
Yeah,
bro?
you ain't even know
You didn't
you
even
ain't say
notice
my
it.
name. Hey, so we
Hey,
met
what
at
up,
work.
fam?
And we had been talking for years. It was always, I'm saying, some positive, I'm saying, always on some, get money, I'm saying, on the right path type shit. You know what I'm saying? It was always that. And then not to find out that, he knew Itazab. So I think we kind of found that out like a couple years ago on Facebook, like, oh,
Yeah.
you know Taz. So we had been talking to one another,
Yeah.
not knowing we knew each other. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
that's big right there. That's big.
Yeah.
It is big.
That's
Big
big,
up
man.
to that too, man. Like it's crazy, man. Like it's super heavy, man. Like people, like you said about like-minded individuals, like it's not for nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't no reason why, we ain't come together. You know what I'm saying? It's all the reason for why we all came together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This man about to
Yeah.
roll
Nah,
up.
this.
Hey, listen. If I could though, bro, we don't condone the use of marijuana, the recreational use of marijuana on this podcast. So
The
if you
show's for
could,
the youths.
yeah,
Nah.
for sure. Hey, I appreciate you though. I appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna hold you long. You know what I'm saying? If you gotta take you a smoke break, you know what I'm saying?
No,
We'll
I'm
get with
tapped
you
in
next
with y'all.
time.
I'm tapped in with y'all until y'all
Okay, for
tell me,
sure, for
what we
sure.
move on to the next section,
All right.
man.
Salaki out of William.
Go ahead, Kanat.
I'm about to exit up out of that joint. I got a slave in the morning. But I
All right,
appreciate
cool.
y'all having me on War as usual. It's always a pleasure to be amongst the brothers out of one of them who's very seasoned. Keep me in line. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And to the
Yes, sir.
brother Taz, nice to meet you. Hopefully you and get around us. Come to one of
Nah, I
our
got to.
cookouts
We
or the
got to do something,
Passover
man.
and
Yeah,
see
we
what
got.
Yeah,
brotherhood really
hey,
is.
hey, Taz, bro, we got
Yeah.
a cookout coming in December down
Where's that?
West Palm Beach. West Palm
West
Beach.
Palm.
Yeah,
I'm not even in Florida
in
right now.
December 23rd. I know you in the Midwest.
Yeah, I'm in the West Side right now. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I mean, listen, look, if you get a chance, you know what I'm saying, it's December 23rd.
Hey, no.
Send me like all the details and stuff. Let me.
Yeah, how about some
Yeah,
have Shabbarakathon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
duh.
How about some y'all the third?
All right.
Yeah, but
I
sure, for sure.
definitely. Yeah, we
I'll
got
definitely send you
for
the
that.
information.
We
Mm-hmm. And
definitely
you know what I'm
create
saying,
something
and
with you.
you know what I'm saying. If nothing else, you know what I'm saying, just you maybe share the flyer. You know what I'm saying, for brothers and
Nah, I
sisters that's
got you. I
out
want
here.
to say, just send it to me.
Yeah,
Just send it to me.
yeah, Yeah, you know what I'm saying. We got a food drive that we do every weekend. You know what I mean? We on the same tip. You know what I'm saying? Like we just trying to give back to our people. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that
Y'all on y'all 19 keys type stuff, man.
we on our
So,
expectations. 19
yeah,
keys is on
I
some
don't know what you were
expectations.
gonna say with
Nah,
y'all
I feel you.
collar,
I feel
but
you. I feel you.
yeah, but you know what I'm saying. You know me. I'm spiritually inclined because of the whole Muhammad Ali thing. My last name Ali,
Mm,
so like I know what all of us trying to do already. You feel me? Like it's crazy how you met up with my big bro. We came from Acorn. You know what I'm saying? And
mm,
he was been telling me about this stuff a long time ago, like telling me
mm,
every single day. And it's like it's crazy to see like as the world gets more weirder and weirder and weirder, it's really like beneficial to, I'm not saying necessarily choose a side, but I'm saying like be knowledgeable.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
definitely gotta have wisdom, man. Knowledge is power.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go into our next topic, man. What's our next topic? Unless y'all had to say so,
Um,
y'all want to say something. Step on your
no, make
toes.
sure everybody like and subscribe, share, man. Please hit the subscribe. Call somebody and tell them to hit the subscribe, man. I know y'all like to support black businesses. This black
Yeah.
business ain't charging you anything right now, but your time to hit
And we
subscribe.
polite.
Why y'all
And
ain't put the link
and
on
and
on
we're polite.
Facebook?
Yeah. Hit that link. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But look, we not rude. We rude in speech, but we ain't rude to our people. You know what I'm saying? So there's no excuse to not support this black business.
fact.
Oh, is that the next
You know
topic
what I
that you
mean?
want to go into?
I don't know, but that's a good way to
Which I want
segue
to talk
into it.
about
If it
next.
was,
Uh,
you want to take it? You want me to play it?
Well, you can go to the post of the week.
Post of the week.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely posted
All
the
right,
week.
let's get it. Let's get it. Let's see if this it should work. But yeah, I'm gonna bring up. This is what I thought. This week kind of you know brought something up in the news dealing with our children, and it came from a young lady. I think she's like 22 years old. She brought up some good points. She's like a ballet teacher or something like that, and so wanted to bring this up and hear what she had to say. Kind of break it down. We could go through it. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear it. But
I'm gonna
So
mute
if you're a
everybody.
parent and your child is in pre-K to elementary school to high school, I'm calling you out. The children today, I have never experienced, and I'm 22. Having to teach and work with you guys as children has been the most traumatic experience of my life. I teach 5-year-olds ballet, 5-year-old girls ballet. I have a class of 10 students. They don't respect any authority. You ask them, can you stand in your designated spot? They're telling you no and shut up. They're throwing things at each other. They're throwing things at other people, other classmates. You say, can everybody sit in their spot? I don't want to. I'm not doing that. You don't get to tell me what to do. You're not my mom. You confront.
I'm gonna stop it right there for a second, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to say this, and I try to, when we had these topics, I'm always looking on the side of practicality, right? Now, she did say that she teaches 5-year-olds, but everything that she's kind of explaining is something we kind of expect 5-year-olds to do at this point. Throw stuff at each other. I mean, I probably threw something at somebody when I was 5. I'm pretty sure y'all did too.
Yeah.
When you 5 years old, maybe you ain't really listening. Your attention span is a little short. You know what I'm saying? At 5 years old, maybe. But I do understand what the point she's trying to bring across. But some of the things that she is saying is a little bit practical for children. We've all been through that stage. So I just wanted to bring that out because when she's saying it, and I'm like, I'm listening to it, and I'm like, well, yeah, my 5-year-old did that too, throwing stuff at her sister. You know what I mean? All type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Tell them to sit down. I ain't sitting down. You know what I'm saying? Like that sound like, nigga problems. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Any normal 5-year-old would do.
Yeah, they would probably do that, but again, I digress.
Confront the parent. The parent tries to argue with you and fuss at you because you tried to reprimand and redirect their kid.
Now that part right there that she just brought that part up about talking to the parents and the parents getting with you, like she's 22, so she's new in the world, but that's kind of like that's been happening too. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a traumatic experience for her. I just want to bring that out because I don't know if anybody else has experienced this, but we've experienced that time shift where once upon a time your teacher could discipline you, and then the world changed to where your teacher could not discipline you no more. Like I think we all were alive during that time. You know what I mean? When that kind of switch happened, but
I told a young little girl, please sit in your spot. You're not my mom. You don't tell me what to do. Okay.
Huh?
I said, I don't know about that one.
Which one? When she said,
No, I'm talking about I don't know about being alive when they went from paddling you to telling you to go sit in timeout.
Oh, y'all didn't get whooped in school?
Not by my teacher. Not by my teacher.
No. Oh, this moment is brought to you again by a wise man, Matt. Back in my time, we used to get whooped by teachers.
I never got whooped by my teacher.
My first grade teacher would take 4 rulers and pat the hell out of your hand, man. That's the era I come from. You know what I'm saying? They was giving him, crackers and juice and telling me he was a good boy.
You gotta listen. You got the red, like it went from green to yellow to orange to red, right? The worst was red. So if you get red for the day, that was your punishment, and you might get sent to the principal office or something. But
yeah, okay.
Never got referrals. They used to give out referrals, like
referrals.
Yeah. Man, my assistant principal in elementary school, his name was Mr. Hamilton. About 6 foot white guy, looked like Kenny Rogers in the face. And I'm telling you, this man would be cracking jokes with us and doing little tricks and stuff like that and trying to make us laugh. But the moment the teacher said something that he came in there, boy, he will shake your ass to death, bro. I see him shake little kids, and I'm like, this nigga is scary. You know what I mean? Like, I guess they stopped doing that because, my 5th grade teacher name was Mr. Perkins. This dude used to actually have a belt and whoop kids. Like, I used to see this. Like, I ain't never got no whooping, but I used to see this. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
I ain't gonna front. I went to an alternative school, and I used to physically fight with the teachers in the school, like fist fight.
Damn.
Used to get it in with the teachers.
That boy hardcore.
Oh man, niggas stupid. I was young and stupid.
2 plus 2 is not 4. 2 plus 2.
Yeah.
Niggas
like 2 plus 2 is these hands, nigga.
2 plus 2 is 4 knuckles, nigga. Yeah, I got you. All right. I digress.
All right, keep going.
When her mom came to pick her up, I said, hey, your daughter's having a hard time following instructions, and 7 times today I've had to redirect her to just sit in her spot. Well, clearly she didn't want to sit, and mind you, this is a mom. Clearly she didn't want to fucking sit right there. So, I mean, if she's telling you she don't want to do something, why keep asking her to do it? You know she's not going to do it.
Whoa.
What world do we live in? Like, what in you guys' brain as a parent says, my kid not following any directions is a great thing. It's not that serious, and y'all don't have a right to tell her.
I just want to touch on this because, like, what this is saying, it has some weight to it. Like, parents, like, okay, the reason why we even send our kids to someone else to take care of them is because we can't do it. We can't devote our lives. When I say our, I'm talking collectively, right? As people, we can't devote our lives to raising our children on our own because, of course, we're in slavery and we have to work to get a paycheck. I don't understand what sense it makes to try and dictate how another person raises your child if you're not going to. Now, there is the option of homeschooling, right? Now, this is a balance. I mean, like, I'm not trying to blame either side, but you have to consider if you're sending your child to be raised by another woman, they're going to raise them as if they're their child. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's that teacher's responsibility to make make sure that they're raising that child right, discriminating, which is why we need black teachers. This is why we need teachers who are like us, who are raised like us, and not, teachers that are going to hate them, not teachers that are going to abuse them because of a discrimination that they have against them. You know what I'm saying? We need to have more black teachers. My thing is, this teacher is trying to raise this child right. This is one of the teachers that will actually raise your child right. And you got a problem because she's trying to get your child to listen. Like, she could just whoop your child, like Lafayette would have her do. But she's not doing that. She's just trying to reprimand the child. Like, yo, you don't do that. You don't talk back to adults. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that's where the educational system has failed, in that you're not allowed to like actually raise these children when they're not being raised at home. That child is with you 9 hours of the day. About 9 hours of their day, they're with you. It means you, and then for another 8, they're asleep. They sleep for another 8 hours. So nothing. Who's gonna raise a child if not their teacher? So it's kind of like you and that teacher should have a close relationship. Y'all better be friends.
Right.
Y'all better be close friends. You better tell her, well, okay, listen, what you teaching my child? Okay, all right, I understand. You got to do that because that my kid don't listen. He don't listen at work. I mean, at home. So I know he probably don't listen there. So this is what you gonna do. Blah, 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 blah. Y'all communicate, man. That's how it should be.
Right.
In the world ran by the ISPK, that's how it would be. Selected. Go ahead.
Nah, my bad. Nah, I do. Now after we play a couple more, I do got a question to ask y'all. See what y'all think.
All right.
Or what to do. It's sad. It's sad. It's really, really sad. And another thing
this is the part that stood out too.
Heart-wrenching. It's horrifying. It is horrifying. Your 5-year-old daughters are asking to listen to Pound Town and Ski Yee. Your 5-year-old daughters are asking, can we hear Pound Town? I'm playing them Princess Tiana ballet music. And they are asking me, can we hear Pound?
All right, that's it on that.
That's why. It's like, y'all remember that movie with Coolio made a track to, The Gangsta Paradise?
Dangerous Minds.
Dangerous Minds. She was like a teacher trying to raise or teach inner city youths and whatnot. I guess this is like her moment or whatnot. But I wanted to ask y'all, so what do y'all think about homeschooling then? Is homeschooling a better option rather than public school?
I think it's kind of like a twofold, because I think it is better in that you control the curriculum, or at least you have more control over it. Because most people, they hire a teacher anyway, hire a teacher to come into their house and tutor their child. That is, I don't think they're actually teaching their own child. But yeah, so it's kind of like it's two folds of it. It's two folds of it. Like, you can control that the curriculum better in home, but then that child loses out on social skills, social interaction, things like that. And who's to say that teacher that you hire ain't just as abusive as another teacher in the school, or won't try to sneak their beliefs in and stuff like that, But I mean, that's part of it.
I think it's beneficial, and it wasn't until I actually saw it. My rib actually homeschools her children, and I get what you're saying about the social thing, but then when I think about it on a bigger scale, if you have children that have siblings, at least I think that's enough of the interaction you really need. I think you get a lot of that, what you're gonna get in school, the same way you get with the siblings. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna fight, y'all gonna disagree, You know what I mean? Like all the stuff that you
Mhm.
do in school, you know, you actually could do now. Some of the things, you know what I'm saying, even with the bullies, you know what I mean? Like, you know, people, this may be a very unpopular opinion, but I also think that, you know, in school, sometimes those bullies serve a purpose, you know what I mean? Because it teaches your child how to stand up for himself. Because a lot of parents miss that with a child. You know, they try to paint the picture of the world being this oyster that they can just, you know, it's all yours. You can do whatever you want. And they forget to tell them how crazy the world is. You know what I mean? And that's something that your child should know, you know, when when they get to a certain age, but it has to be sooner than later where they learn how the world is. And I think they can learn that at home. But I think homeschooling again is like you said, you can control the curriculum, and I think it's just right to the point. You know what I'm saying? It's like cut the BS, let's get right to it. And I think them learning those basic skills from their parent, from their mother, goes a lot farther, if you ask me. You know what I mean? I think it holds more weight when your mother was the one that taught you how to read and how to do algebra and how to do
Yeah.
all these things. I think it strengthens their bond, you know, more so. And I know black people, it's hard for
Yeah.
black people to homeschool because we got to work. But when I saw
Yeah.
it and I saw her
What?
actually, you know, teach her children and do those things, it was like that bond right there is you know, unmistakable, and it's gonna be hard to break.
Nah,
Yeah.
that's good. I agree, because the reason I was asking is like, um, a child is like a sponge, so they soak up a lot of things in their adolescence, and when they go into these public schools, now like you mentioned, Lafayette is good for character, development. You know what I mean? But they take in a lot of stuff that that they're not even, should be taken in, you know what I'm saying, in order to better themselves or whatnot.
Right.
So I feel like, the influences, of course the parents is to blame, but a lot of it they get it from other kids, you know what I mean, other children, you know what I mean, because the parent don't have that control over that, circumstance.
Yeah. And that's
Yeah, man. Yeah, oh, my bad.
no, I was gonna say
Yeah,
that
man.
that's so important. If you don't have that type of connection, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, the economic standpoint of it is that black people got to work, so they don't have, you know, the opportunity to do it as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but if you do get the opportunity to do it, you know, I mean, I think that's is going to be beneficial to the child. And then all the extra stuff they don't have to do, especially if you like us who don't celebrate holidays and things like that, you don't have to worry about
Mm-hmm.
that pressure on your child as
Right.
well. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
My children when they were born, because in my household we didn't celebrate Christmas and, you know, things and do things like that. When they got to school, they detested those things. So it was like when Christmas came around and all the kids like, hey, you got Christmas? They like, I don't even want to be in school when they do that, daddy. I don't want to see no Christmas tree. Like that's the way they used to act. You know, they 7, 6, and 7 years old. So even with her saying
Mm-hmm.
that at 5 years old, they're unruly and, you know, they want to listen to Pound Town and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's an alternative. They don't have to be like that. That's a direct reflection of what's happening at home. They may not be putting on or putting their child down in front of the TV and say, listen to Pound Town. But if they listening to it and they don't have any filters for their children, they just soak it up like a sponge, like you said. And that becomes to the detriment later. And, you know, parents forget that kids are sponges. You know, they're new to
Yep.
the world. So everything is great to them. Everything they don't know. And you have to be a filter for your child. So if you're going to homeschool, you can cut all of that out. It's a lifestyle change. It really is.
Right.
Interesting. Now, how would one go about homeschooling?
Say that again.
That's a question. How would one go about homeschooling their child?
Well, I don't know the ins and outs of it, but
Mm.
what I can tell you is that they still can go up the ladder just like they do in school. They
Right.
still go through the grades, they still can get access to the curriculum, and then at the end, I guess they test it. You know what I'm saying? Because you could take a test and then you just go to the next level. But as long as they're getting the information, you get access to the information, you know, they can still go to that next level. Again, I don't know the ins and outs, but it's very possible. They still could get the same degrees and the same stuff that you get going into institution from what I see.
And,
So
and one thing I will add too about it is what's a good benefit of it is it's more hands-on, right? So in schools, it's usually about 20, 25, maybe 30 kids to a teacher.
Yeah.
And there's no way 1 to 2 teachers can teach your child. You know what I'm saying? Like your child struggling and falling behind in class. She's not gonna be able to, you and then, you know, Jimmy and then Brian, you know what I'm saying? They all falling behind. How she's gonna do this all by herself to teach them, like, pinpoint them and help them get to a passing grade. It's harder on her when it's you and your child. You know what I'm saying? There's a better chance of them getting good grades because you get to give them, you get to dedicate your time to them. You get to dedicate the teaching them. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like, you don't
Yeah.
have to spread yourself so thin with trying to teach 25 kids.
Right. Right. And
And a
every
lot of
child
kids, they
has
take that to advantage. If I could, like, a lot of kids, they take that to an advantage that, they get, they sit in the back and, they try not to get seen by the teacher and just goof off. You know what I'm saying? So let me change this. Go ahead, I'll be out.
No, I was gonna say, and every child has speaking to your point of a classroom full of 25, 30, because when I was in school, especially when I was in high school, not so much when I was in elementary or middle, but when I got to high school, our classrooms were overcrowded. Like overcrowded. Like we had 45 people in the classroom. And think about that. You know what I mean? People got questions. Real good teachers, when they have a certain amount of children, they can adapt to each child's way of learning and the personality of each child, because there's no way you could just have all these different personalities and then just try to cover it with a blanket of this is the curriculum and this is how you teach. That just doesn't make any sense. So if you are homeschooling, you know your child. And even and at the same time of you knowing your child, you can also once you know your child, you can also teach them the best way they know how to learn, if that makes sense to you. Hey.
Hey, she at a school right now.
And the school of hard knocks. Got the bricks behind her, brick city.
Yo, what up, sis?
Shalom, can you?
Yeah, we can hear
She
you.
got the headset too. Hold on.
Yeah, somebody assistant principal.
Oh yeah. So as I was saying, she actually does homeschooling, so she can tell us the process and how it goes, and if you care to do that. Do you hear me?
Yeah, so there was I guess it opened another window, so I was hearing y'all like twice. But yeah, so yes, I do homeschool my youngest 2 children. So I actually had the experience of both. So what I found is it doesn't matter as a parent if you homeschool your kids or if they go to school, you have to be that sound voice to your children. Because for me, my mom, she was a single mom. She worked all the time. So I learned about life from some kids that didn't know crap. So for me, it was kind of like I didn't want my kids to be that way. But with my older kids, I didn't have that um, the knowledge of it. So luckily, with my last 3 children, I actually took time, and I was in an advantage where I could go to the school. I was working nights, so every day I was at that school. I watched how they interacted with my children. We always went to suburban schools because they seemed to more focus on education, especially when I moved to Florida. It was my oldest kid's first times going to like public school, and the narrative was different. The education was different, unfortunately. But at the suburban schools, the education is different because um, they're it's like other your image. It affects your image as a black child going to a school, and there's not too many that look like you, and they literally focus on those kids. So like my youngest daughter, she loves school and she studies her heart out, but if she would miss something, the teachers would reprimand her. So in school, she literally developed an anxiety towards it. So um, when I decided to homeschool, a lot of that reason was just seeing her anxiety. On the flip end, her brother, who was a year older, they were like, he has ADHD. We need to put him in slower classes because he doesn't know, he doesn't understand. So I knew that he was very smart, and it just not just by being like, "Oh, that's my kid, he's smart." But,
Right.
just from studying with them, I knew he was smart, but he did take longer to get there.
Okay.
So me homeschooling them allowed them to be on their own field, whereas school puts all the kids on one playing ground and then they grade based on your peers.
Mm.
Right.
So just because he was learning slower, he wasn't finishing his tests, so he wasn't getting the grades as everybody else.
Okay.
Um, so just if your kids go to school, you have to be vocal, you have to be involved, you have to show your face because they're gonna know they can't play with that one, you know, like
Right.
so they knew not to play with mine because I'd be right there. And it got so bad that they even changed the rules. So I would go in and have breakfast with them every morning. And this is an elementary school. And then they changed it around the third year I was doing it, which wound up being their last year there. They changed that, oh, I can't even walk them into school no more.
Yeah.
So that just kind of showed me that I was on the right path of being able to homeschool them without being too long with it. But the homeschooling was very difficult in the beginning. I worked full time, and I homeschooled them at night. And everybody was like, "What are you doing? You're crazy." And I'm like, "My kids are worth it. If I have to lose sleep to know that they're going to have a better education, because I get to, like you said, I can control what I teach them." And this
Right.
was before the truth because I didn't even agree. I never agreed with a lot of stuff they was teaching anyways.
Right.
So I'm like, now I can teach whatever I want, especially elementary school. This is where our children are the most vulnerable. This is where they come into their characteristics.
Right.
So now I can teach you what I want, how I want. And yes, I'm teaching my kids at night. So they get to sleep during the day, do
Yeah.
what they want. And they did have siblings. And before COVID, they were going to after school programs um, to interact with other children. But in the beginning, I didn't even want that because I didn't want kids to influence them until their mind was grounded, until their personality comes out. Now they can go around other kids and it don't matter what them kids say, they know who they are. Like my younger two kids know who they are and nobody can't sway them. Nobody can't come into their mind and make them think anything less of who they are. So it was
Yeah.
well worth.
Yeah. And I think that's a heavy point too. Just the last thing on it, but I think that's a heavy point too that you brought out how until their minds were developed. As a parent, this is something that, again, I know how the economics of the world work, and a lot of us aren't fortunate enough to be able to do it. But regardless, like you said, that was most important. So you have to find the time. But as a parent, we have to be sensitive to that to know when our child's mind is ready. Just like a father with his daughter. He needs to know when it's time for his daughter to, be given to another man, or when it's time for his son to go find a job. Like we push our children to that, but it's also about knowing their mindset and knowing when they're ready and not pushing them out there before it's too, before their time or anything like that. So yeah, homeschooling, obviously, what I'm saying, she went through the experience. And to the young lady that was on the video that was talking about it, that would be a traumatic experience to experience something like that. And for children that young to be asking to hear a song so crazy, especially at 5 years old, I mean, it's just
Vulgar.
but very vulgar, and
Unfortunately, it's nothing
something
new.
crazy. It's not, and that's to the point, because before we came on air, we was talking about it, and I was like, when we were younger, we got a hold of some stuff too. This has been happening, you know what I mean? So, but now that it's happening to our children, it's like, I can't believe they doing this, but it's the same thing our parents were saying when Luke was on TV and BET Uncut and all that other stuff. You were seeing all this craziness, and then look what happened. So,
Yeah.
but I do appreciate you coming up here and sharing that experience. You was right on time with that. I do
Mm-hmm.
appreciate that. I think they all do,
So,
for
Brother
giving us that
Christ.
experience.
no
Okay.
problem. It's something I'm very passionate about, just children in general. And as parents, we control the narrative either way, whether they're in school or not. We control to a certain degree. Obviously, our kids are going to get a certain age and define who they are, regardless of, but if we teach them and give them the basics, then they always going to come back. They're always going to they're going to know better, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, set that foundation for them.
Exactly.
So,
Well, yeah. So that was good. We appreciate it. Thank you for coming by, War, as usual. I always see you in the comments, so good job popping up.
Thank you. Shalom.
Hey, shalom.
This has been a good show, man. This has been a very good episode.
Hell yeah.
All right.
It is.
So what y'all want to talk about, man? We got a few more minutes. I want to talk about. You said you wanted to talk about you want to talk about Andre 3 Stacks.
Oh yeah.
Is that gonna give an album review?
Yeah, we can do that quickly. We would talk. Unless y'all want. I don't even want to say it like this. Unless y'all want to.
The Will
talk
Smith
about
thing.
Will Smith. There's no way to say. There's no way to bring that up. No. All right.
No
so, I'll just briefly briefly talk about it.
About what, Will Smith?
Will Smith was allegedly accused of damn, I don't want to talk about it, dog. Y'all know, look it up, nigga. Look up what Will Smith.
Look up what happened with Will Smith and Duane Martin.
It happened with the two cats, Will Smith, Duane Martin. You know him.
Allegedly.
Well, then Jada Pinkett say something about Didn't Jada Pinkett say something about what's up?
We'll be back right after this. I know.
What you say about Will Smith?
Yeah, didn't Jada Pinkett say something about what? Was she like dressed up like Tupac or something? When she, I don't know, something happened with Jada Pinkett.
Nah, but you know that was funny though. That was funny though, that picture you sent. But it's a picture of everybody know the picture or the video of Pac when he was spitting at the reporters and stuff like that when he was coming out of court. Now Jada was coming out of wherever she was coming out of, and it did kind of give you that feel of that Tupac thing. And the way they put that together was crazy though. But
if I made the funny thing about the Jada Pinkett portion is she was coming out of the Breakfast Club interview and they was asking her about the allegations, and that was a freeze frame of her response of the allegations, and she was saying, "Yeah, we gonna sue." So it matches up with Pac, like she was hyped up and shit, like, "Yeah, nigga, we gonna sue them niggas."
Yeah. If she would have started spitting, it would have been over. Because when I seen the still frame, I was like, I know she ain't out here spitting. If she would have been spitting, I would have been like, oh no, she's definitely trying to mimic that.
I definitely thought spat.
If I may ask too, because I know y'all don't want to be long-winded on Will funny behind, but if I may ask, what about Jada Pinkett though? Like, do you think this is, as far as her saying now she's sticking behind Will now, right? Because prior to this, there was a whole controversy with her book and the things that she would say that was seemingly against Will Smith and whatnot. And now with this situation, she's, so in his support, standing behind him, saying it's not true, it's all false, and we're gonna sue this man. You know what I mean? So what do you think, like, this is something that Will Smith should like key into and acknowledge the fact like she a real one? Now should he hold him down, or is this like a bigger scenario to this?
I think if I may, I'll address. I think Jada Pinkett Smith is just full of herself. And she's it's all about her image. Like Will Smith, you know how when you get a wife, so she's supposed to represent you. Well, Will Smith is Jada Pinkett's wife, and he represents her, and how he looks is how she looks. So I think it's just that she's full of herself. She, it's about her, and it's her image that's being destroyed. That's why she's so adamant about suing, because you destroying her image. That's how I think. Mm-hmm. So I don't think he should look at it like that's my boo. She gonna ride for no nigga. Simple nigga. Ye
simple
Ye simple niggas.
That's not that.
I don't know, man. I don't know if it's not true, then maybe that's why she riding, because she know she can. I mean, I don't know how you prove that, but I mean, I'm also on the side of old boy who brought it out. Like,
yeah, pause.
You know why is pause even bringing that out? Like, I wouldn't.
That's
it's
supposedly his best friend too, of what, quote unquote 40 years, right?
Yeah.
And for him to out him like this it says a lot about his character as well too.
Yeah, because he probably ain't getting the money he wanted. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, and then he like, well, nigga, I'm gonna say this because I've heard that rumor before a long time ago. Not necessarily about them two, but about them separately. I heard that rumor. But you know, for him to come out and somebody, it just seems so. This is all happening, and all of a sudden somebody put a mic in front of you, and this is the thing that you bring up. Like, this is what you say. You saw. You know what I mean? Like, just pause, bro. Like, pause your whole life. Like, you shouldn't.
Yeah, it's really.
You should have went to your grave with that. Really, you should have died with that. To be honest,
bro, you know how they call it reality TV. It's almost like we're living in TV reality. Like, this is it's all being set up like it's some type of sitcom. You know what I'm saying? In real life form. Like, you got the alligator, you got Jada Pinkett like just going crazy over this man. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically diminishing all sense of masculinity that he has. And then amongst all that talk, now his best friend comes out and says that he was in this position with so and so. Like, it's like, why is Will Smith's movie? I mean, why is Will Smith's life becoming a movie?
You think he can bounce back from this, or is it done?
Yes,
pause.
Definitely.
Like it.
I'm done, dog. I'm done.
I gotta say pause. Do you think he'll be able to redeem him? Nah, that's still pause. Like, listen, is this nigga gonna be okay?
I think so, because you know what? Here's the thing: the way that the world is, it's a hot topic now. Nobody gonna care in a couple weeks.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, to be honest with you, like, the people's attention span is, you know, people got the attention span of a squirrel now. You know what I mean? So, you know, once that's over, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna move on to the next thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? They keep bringing it up by writing all these damn books and doing these interviews. Like, people will forget about you if you just shut the hell up. But you keep talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So
they milking it. They're milking
it. Yes.
Man, I feel sorry for him, man.
We're not gonna, sorry for his life. Let's just change this damn topic.
Please.
Never gonna end. All right. So let's talk about Andre 3 stats, man.
Yes.
3 stats, boy.
I heard the album.
I heard the album too.
Me too.
No, you got it. You the music man.
Oh no. I you know, I'm just like y'all. You know, I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying, of Andre 3000. And so when he first came out and they were saying it was a flute album, if you listen to those old Outkast albums, the instrumentals on those are really good. So my thought process was, if he's hooking up with any of those people that did any of those tracks back then, and when you listen to those old Outkast projects, you knew that the people that made the music actually knew music, which is different. Knowing music when you play music and just knowing how to like press a couple buttons is different. And you can always tell that when you're in the room with a musician. You know what I mean? So in my mind, I was thinking, if he's going to be hooking up with any of those people, then it's going to be an instrumental album. You know what I'm saying? He just going to play the flute part, but it's going to be a you know, dog ass instrumental. So I listened to it top to bottom soon as it dropped, 12 o'clock on Apple Music. I listened to it, you know, as much as I could, all the way through. I did, and I gave it my honest critique. And to be honest with you, it was different. It was just different. It's music that I've heard before. I even made a post about it. Like, you know, this is the type of music that was on there was like some music you hear like going into a coffee shop. I don't mind being in a coffee shop and Andre 3000 is the one doing the soundtrack. I don't mind it. You know what I mean? I don't have no issue with it. So that's my take on it.
Facts. Listen. Not the go off track or segue and nothing, but Drake drop a little tape as well too. Just throw that out there. That shit was fire. It's a lot of niggas
Drake.
gonna throw that out. It was on. But Andre, my only thing is when people act like as if this is like something that he shouldn't be doing, or what kind of music is it? Like, nigga, black people made all the genres of music that exists on the earth today. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this man can do whatever he wants to do, and when it comes to music, you know what I'm saying? Because everything is within our realm. You know what I mean? We created rock, we created jazz, we created hip hop. Or if you don't want to rap no more, if this nigga want to play a flute, nigga, that's still black culture. You do what I'm saying? And you know, it's like Lapayard said, I think you have to be in a certain vibe to really get into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that type of music, you know, I preferably some certain circumstances I do enjoy listening to. You know, when I'm in deep thought or when I'm just walking around or some shit like that. So I think it was pretty decent, you know what I'm saying, for what it's used for. Like it was, you know, you're not gonna turn up to it, you know what I mean?
Nah.
But you gonna for sure listen to that motherfucker when you think about something.
It ain't hey yeah.
Right. It's not that.
But listen,
and that's what it.
Go ahead. What you saying?
No, I was go ahead.
No, listen, here's how I see it, right? This man single-handedly got every Negro in all of Negrodom to listen to a flute album. That's genius. Niggas who would never listen to probably don't even know what a flute is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't never heard a wind instrument in their life.
That's rough.
They sat and listened to an album where it's nothing but wind instruments, flutes and sounds and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Birds chirping. Do you know what type of lifestyle niggas might turn around and live just because of that album? These niggas changing lives around here with a flute.
Listen,
like it's
David.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
As an artist in his stature, nigga, he, you know, like you said, nigga, that's gonna change niggas' perspective on things and shit, man. You know what I mean? Like that's dope.
That's why niggas mad. Niggas is mad because he played that damn flute and it calmed that beast down. That's what it did. Not niggas start thinking clearly. When you heard that music, you start thinking clearly and making right decisions. You ain't like that. But if the nigga would have got up there and was like, yeah, you know, 4 bodies in the trunk and dot, niggas be like, this is hard. Like, I'm so sick of that shit. You know what I mean? And he said it in his interview, like, he just don't have nothing to talk about. And I get it after so long. It's only so many punchlines and only so many times you're going to say some shit that you ain't really doing. And he just went a different direction. Even if he wasn't done with the rapping, he just went in a different direction.
Find something else.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I play instruments. I play the drums. So what? I can't go jump on the drum. I'm gonna do it. You know what? I'm gonna do a damn drum album.
There you go. There you go.
I'm gonna do a drum album. What niggas gonna say? What niggas gonna say about that?
Niggas gonna be like Dave Chappelle at the barbershop. Nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Timpanis and everything. Nigga, I would do it, but you know, that's what it is. Niggas just didn't like the fact they couldn't turn up to it. So nowadays, if it ain't no music you could turn up to, they gonna be like, you know, and then it's a flute. That's one of the biggest things.
I think niggas prejudged it when they heard it was gonna be a flute.
Yes,
like a flute, a flute. But let's be honest, like that album is going to be, it's going to be forever used. Think about how many years down the line you're going to hear that on the elevator or on the ice cream truck or in your greeting card, or you know what I'm saying? When you turn on YouTube and you need something to listen to go to sleep to, you gonna play that album, bro. Like it's never gonna get old.
Bro, I was gonna say they was gonna sample it. People gonna sample it at least, you know what I mean? He said, they're going in the elevator.
Nigga gonna be sitting that motherfucker like, that's Andre.
But that's real
Andre.
though.
That's Andre, you know what I mean? And I don't mind that. I don't mind that.
Listen, we now have a piece of that culture. Like we got a piece of that industry now. You know what I'm saying? Black people have a piece of that industry. Who can say that? You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I tried to jump in that with the music too, because finger guns, for example. Now, if I made a song called Finger Guns, right? Sometimes, you know, That's lo-fi music.
Mm-hmm.
It's in that genre. So when brothers hear it, they they hear it, but it make them have to listen. And that's for some people, it's like it's too many words. I can't get with this because niggas just need that constant something to turn up to. But when somebody really saying something or really expressing the art or really doing it, like you can tell the people who really love music and the people who just what Jay-Z say, do y'all really listen to music or just skim through
it?
Like what are you doing? Like
rapper.
I'm saying, like go. You know what I'm saying? So that's lo-fi music. So we need to get into that. It ain't always got to be gangster music. We could do other stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Like, get a nigga a chance.
Like people say, art imitates life, or is it the other way around? Life
it can be.
See
what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Niggas ain't shit, boy. Look at that. Andre 3000 blessed you with elevators, blessed you with some of the greatest songs ever, and this what you do to him?
Listen, you don't see how that shit go together? He made elevators, and now he getting played on the elevator. Come on,
But I was gonna say, like, in life, nigga, you can't turn up all the time, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? That's not the reality of life. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like, it's so much turn up songs you can listen to until you get to the point where you need to mellow out, relax, or you need to be sad at this moment, or you need to be happy at this moment, or you feeling like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm gonna learn how to play saxophone.
I feel like it's art. You know what I mean? Like that shit art. Bro.
It is art, and that's what Andre has always been. He's always been an artist. You know what I'm saying?
In its totality, you know what I mean? But people can't. People don't.
Big up that nigga right there, man.
People just can't see it for what it is. You know what I mean? Niggas can't turn up all day, man. This generation, these last couple generations, these niggas turn up all the time, and they not gonna slow down until the doctor say it's time to slow down.
No, nah, they ain't gonna slow down.
People. We turn up and the white folks say, "Hey, listen, nigga, one more drink, your liver gonna explode." Then it's like, you know what? We need to settle down. No, settle down now while you got strength. Settle down.
Them niggas ain't gonna listen to you, man.
Niggas, a Fanta and some cough syrup away from a damn heart attack right now.
Facts. Mm-hmm. And Andre came to save y'all, man. He came to save y'all with the flute, bro. Just turn. Look, the album did 3 million, bro. 3 million. Ain't nobody doing that. Ain't nobody doing that in this short amount of time. It just dropped Friday, right? Last Friday. Yeah. It did 3 million already.
3 million.
So, on a flute album. So come on, man.
That's what I'm talking about. Nigga changed the word like that. That like who does that on a flute album? He got y'all niggas listening to the flute, man. Like big up Andre 3 Stacks, man. One more time.
Nigga brought the flute back.
Last week, y'all the ones who compared this nigga to Squidward, and it stuck with me.
Niggas got
you know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? The next video I'm gonna have a flute out the window, bro. It's gonna be hardcore. I got a flute out the window. Like this how we slide on with the flute. Nigga, when you hear this, nigga, nigga, you better duck when you hear it.
Listen,
fire.
Listen, man. Y'all remember Power Rangers when the nigga had the flute?
We do. And nigga said
Green Rangers.
Everybody wanted to play a flute, man. Everybody.
Wow.
But listen, man, you gotta stop generalizing black culture or blackness at that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like black people are so universal. And I'm speaking and of course I'm not saying that to y'all, but I'm saying like for people, the spectators out there, man, like man, our talent is limitless, man.
I was about to say
the shit that we can do, man, there's nothing that we put our hands on ain't gonna turn it to gold. You know what I mean? So
black culture is whatever we make it. Let's be honest.
Facts.
Because whatever we do turns into it turns into the culture. Everything we do.
Niggas selling drugs and all that shit. Nigga, listen, half of them niggas don't even be living that lifestyle, and nor is that a true depiction of blackness. Anyways, you get what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean, that's not just that don't ultimately define us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we come in, many different forms, man. You know what I mean? That's why we the thought.
Oh, listen, how much you want to bet in about 2-3 years you gonna have some Hamites trying to make a flute album or a clarinet album or whatever they play over there in Africa? They're gonna try to get in on what Andre created. What? You say bones? Oh, bongos.
Bones.
You said bones. You go
play bones in Africa.
Who you playing the bones?
Elephant tucks.
They gonna turn your ribs to a xylophone, man. God damn. Yeah, man.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, but you know what? Speaking on that, and yes, 3 Stacks did 3 million. That's a fact. 3 million plus. But it's speaking on that fact, right? Like Hamites actually, they was out there trying to do the instrumental music, and that shit wasn't going nowhere. Like they was like, if you look back before the Akons of the world, before the Tims and all them Hamites that's making what's it called, Afro beats, they was doing all that xylophone bongo shit, but nobody was buying it, so they had to come and get rap and R&B. And that's what made people start buying it. Now Afro beats is like the #1 genre in the world right now. Well, one day it's gonna be the flute, and they're gonna realize, damn, we got to keep up because now it's the flute, and we was already playing flute, bone flute in Africa.
On some G shit though, like real talk, Lapia, you should drop the instrumental, man. Like real talk, like just live instruments. Like you should drop 5 tracks at least. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit would be dope. I ain't gonna front.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Just to break the stigma.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I probably won't be playing the flute because I don't know how to play the flute, but it will be instrumental. I'll find somebody to play.
I'm gonna play the sax. I'm gonna learn the saxophone, y'all.
We might as well. Might as well, man.
I already got. Yeah, our culture is what we make it, man.
Yeah.
And we going back to wind instruments and fucking percussion.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Why we can't do that? You know, bongos and wind instruments
and treble clefs.
Treble clefs.
Treble clefs, nigga.
Treble clefs.
I learned what that was too.
Yeah.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? See, you learn a lot in war.
It's the art of war.
The art of war.
So what y'all say? What say you guys? That's a wrap?
That's
I
think
it is. I think it's a wrap.
But we enjoyed it, man. It was
a good show.
We had
great show. All the guests too. Yes. Everybody that hopped on.
These guys famous out here, man. Y'all better jump on now, man. Y'all better get on the bandwagon now.
Yeah. You get to say that don't you want to be able to say, you knew them before they was famous?
Hey, back then they didn't want me.
They all on me.
They all on me. You feel me, dog?
You know what time it is, man. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Make sure you hit that like button because we don't get enough likes. We don't get no love, man. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all in the barracks holding it down. You know what I'm saying? As usual. The Water for coming on live. The Water to all our guests for coming through. You know what I'm saying? And next week, man, episode 10, excuse me.
Episode 10? That's monumental, y'all.
Yeah,
that's big. Something special.
Yeah.
For the 10th episode.
Yeah.
What Maria say?
She said, I subscribe, so I will be watching more. Shalom.
Most High in Christ. Damn right, man.
All right,
that is what's up.
All right, shalom.